Hello everyone and welcome back to Information Technology Essentials. In this lesson we're going to write our first program, Hello World in C. So let's go ahead and look and see how we can put this program together. So for our first program, Hello World, this is the traditional first program in any language and we won't be any exception to this. So the steps for our first program are pretty straightforward. We're going to enter the code into a text editor. We'll compile the program and check for any errors. And then finally we'll run the program and check the output. So let's go ahead and look at the details of each one of these steps. So here is the code for Hello World in C. So let's go ahead and work our way down through the code from the top to the bottom. The first line is an include statement that includes what's called standard IO or stdio.h, and it defines common functions for the C programming language. Next, you'll see a number of statements that start with // These are just comments in C#, so you can write anything you want in there, and it's just a note to tell you what's going on with the program. So I included plenty of comments here that'll show you what's going on with each step. You'll notice this main is declared, and this is a function, and this is the entry point for all C programs. So int main is the entry point for a C program, and all functions begin with one curly brace and a matching closing curly brace. So you'll see this a lot more as we go through more statements in C. The first statement then is a printf, which prints something to the screen and it prints anything inside the double quotes. And then the other thing to note with C programming statements is that they end with a semicolon. So this is a common error for beginner programmers to forget the semicolon, and you'll get a compilation error. So next then, finally, after it prints out Hello World, it returns 0, which indicates that it's a successful execution of the code. So again, another comment that outlines that off, and then finally our end curly brace. So pretty straightforward syntax. Let's go ahead and look and see then how we would compile this program after we first enter it into an editor, and then we're going to compile and run it. So to compile and run the program, we're going to be using the GNU C compiler, or called GCC. And the first step right up here, GCC-O, is it tells the compiler to compile the program, and -O tells it to put the output in a file called hello, and it's going to compile the file hello.c. And then to execute the program, you type in the command /hello and it will run the program. And note this is also on a Linux computer. Okay, now I'm going to do a demonstration of our Hello World program, and this demo uses the Destin Learning Lab site. It uses Ubuntu Linux and the GNU C compiler, and you can get to this lab at http://labs.destinlearning.com, and there'll be detailed instructions in the lab assignment. Okay, here I am on the Destin Learning Lab site, and I'm under our Linux lab right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start our text editor. In this case, we're going to use Nano for our text editor. And it's gone ahead and opened up, and I'm going to get our Hello World code in here. And I'm going to copy this over to Nano. I'm going to make sure that I have a space here. And there we have it. Here's our sample Hello World program that we just went through. I'll add an extra space here for readability, and also maybe move down this curly brace here as well. So it's going to print out Hello World. Notice the semicolons at the end, the curly brace, and the ending curly brace. Now in Nano, and there's instructions here in the lab, to exit, you hit Control X. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it'll say, do you want to save this program? And say yes, and it's going to save it in the file hello.c. So now to compile this program, I'm going to use the GCC compiler, and we don't see any errors there. And so now I'm going to go ahead and execute the program. I'll paste this in here, and there we have it, our Hello World program. There's some more instructions here in the lab, but this is the general idea of the cycle that you'll see repeating for these types of compiled languages. You're going to first enter the code inside an editor, you'll compile it and check for errors, and then you'll run the program. So that's really it for our demonstration. Very simple exercise, but want to get you started here at the right place here so that you can learn to start compiling code. And again, you can work the lab here on the Linux, on the Destin Learning website that uses Ubuntu, Ubuntu Linux, and the GCC compiler. Well, that's it for our demonstration. In summary, this is a quick tour of software development with C. So we've written our Hello World program. So let's go ahead and get you started on your development as well, and you can move on to the lab assignment. That's it for this lesson. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye. Thank you for your interest in this video. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel, and you can check out my classes on my website at courses.destinlearning.com. Thanks again, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.